3, 2, 1, mark. Hey there. Nah. All right. So, hey, Blue Table fans. Okay, you're hearing me on this, my little flip camera. Hello, flip. Do you see, like, my mouth on that? Yeah, I think you do. Giant mouth. So,
Excellent.
yeah, isn't that great? That's special. Everybody wants to be close to my mouth. I wish they would just back off. Okay, so the fans, because then this is for your channel too. Okay, I'll send this over. All right, unless you're like, yeah, I only put quality programming on my channel.
Well, we'll see. Just send it over. We'll see how it goes.
That's fine, and I'm very zen about all this. I have no expectations. But I did want to do my Wargamergirl impression.
Okay.
And this is in no way mocking. So this is when it's interview time. This is you. Oh, hello. Come on, people, turn your cell phones off. What's your problem? All right. So here we are. Go ahead and, I guess for people that don't know who you are and what you do, what your claim to YouTube famedom is, why don't you go ahead and give the intro.
Okay, I'm Miranda. I'm also known as Wargamergirl on YouTube. I do mostly War Machine battle reports, but I also have a Malifaux report on there, and have been expanding more in that direction to other war games. I have played 40K. I used to play Sisters of Battle, but I don't anymore. Although that may change as well. So that's what I do. I play K-Roar with War Machine. That's my favorite faction. That's what I love so far. So there. Oh, I also do random skits for mini wargaming. So you've probably seen my stuff with Dave.
I have. It's really brilliant.
It was pretty fun. We had an excellent time at Valhalla shooting that last video.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, but, you know, after watching it, I'm like, hold on a tick. My only part in that was getting woken up prank style and licking the hair llama.
You said some things to that llama, too.
I did. I believe I was lovingly stroking it as well.
Have you seen the outtakes? They're pretty spectacular.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yes.
So
I'm
now
working on a battle report from Valhalla, which should be
you're still
it's
doing
almost
it?
edited. It's just doing a bunch of things at once. So.
You're still processing?
I'm still editing.
Oh wow!
The battle report from Valhalla with Dan, Codex Dan.
Now, okay, so I have some advice for you.
Uh-oh.
And take it for whatever it's worth. But as soon as you let your quality slide like all the way down, you'll get up your videos faster.
I believe you.
All you have to do is give up quality.
It's not even a sliding scale, it's just Boolean, one or the other, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Boom, like that. That should be your quality. Just drop it. Yep.
So I can hear me on my way to the game store, and my dog. Oh, that's not my dog. That's someone else's dog.
That's right.
This is not gonna work. I'm not that witty.
Yeah. When you don't edit out even the dog crap, that's when your quality is about right. That's when your quality. YouTube's not about quality, Miranda.
You know what? That's what I love about YouTube. It is about all comers.
It's okay. Okay, we'll compromise. We'll compromise with maybe other people have a perspective too. Fantastic. Now, so your claim to fame is your awesome War Machine bat reps, and you just mentioned just now that you're doing some Malifaux. You've done one for Malifaux.
Right, and they've changed the rule set since then, but I have a Neverborn crew that I've been assembling and expanding on, so yes, I want to introduce more of the 2.0 rule set, and I don't know, it seems like a really cool game, so I'm going to try that more.
And also, but not a lot of Warhammer going on, but did I hear it right that you might do some Warhammer Fantasy?
No, I probably wouldn't do fantasy. I would do 40K first.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have a sister's army, so I would at least probably come back to that. It's just, I played in, what edition are we now? 6th? So I played in 5th edition, I think. And then I know the codex changed a couple times for Sisters, which made me grouchy, so I haven't played.
Yeah. All right. That's
But I hear
interesting.
Tyranids are getting a new rule set, which everybody's really excited.
Yes.
I have a buddy who plays Tyranids, and he's pretty excited.
Who plays Tyranids?
Just a friend of mine, his name is Thane. He actually has made games before, but he plays Tyranids.
Okay, yeah, the Nids are getting some love this weekend. Oh, it's going to be nuts. And, you know, Blue Table Painting is a painting studio. We're about to get very busy. Because if I had to estimate, I'd say we've painted at least 30 Tyranid armies. Maybe topping 40. And so in 2010, when they came out for the last edition for 5th, we painted a lot of Nids. It was nuts. But in that edition, there were 37 codex entries, but they didn't have models done for something like 15 of them. So we had, like, they didn't have the Turvagon, they didn't have all this stuff, so we ended up doing homebrew conversion, and we did a ton of conversions for people that wanted these new units. But GW has since wised up, and they're only releasing things like you can get a kit for everything that's in the book nowadays. So it's interesting. Yeah.
So you just do a lot of conversion from other GW pieces primarily?
Yeah, for the most part. Well, there's a whole... Now, this gets into one of the topics I recommended for our visit, which is the state of the wargaming industry, state and future.
Yeah.
So, like, where is it all going? So, yes, opine then, miss. First, generally, if I had to pick a specific topic, I'd talk about Kickstarter.
With the gaming? Like, how
how is it going to be different? How has it been changed recently? And how has the wargaming... Where do you think it's going in, say, the next 2 or 3 years?
It does seem to be growing. I mean, Kickstarter allows so many people to kind of dabble in it. I mean, I have terrain now out that I'm still working on, but I mean, and it was through Kickstarter, so I mean, and that's you creating new terrain and new stuff for just general tables. And then you have, like, Privateer, where they put out their video game. But other companies, what is it, the one who did the dungeon tiles? Like, D&D is getting expanded on, and a bunch of wargaming, Dwarven Forge or whatever.
Right.
So they're getting a bunch of stuff expanded on. I've noticed a lot more in the way of terrain and aesthetics, new miniatures, and tabletop miniature showcase board games, all huge in Kickstarter. So it kind of seems to be drawing a lot more people who generally like board games, even into miniatures. And
miniature showcase board games.
Yeah.
I've never heard that term before, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Like Monster, for example.
Zombicide?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There was a huge one that I know everybody here was talking about, which the name escapes me because I have to think about it. But it was like early civilization. You build on civilizations.
Oh.
But yeah, no, and they're all miniature showcases. These people have, with 3D printing, you can conceptualize a whole bunch of new miniatures. You can kind of pour resin even in your home, or if you can find a plastics manufacturer, you can go that way if you can afford it. So at least from a hobbyist side, I think that is booming. Don't know how it applies to as much to actual war gaming and that community, though.
Well, okay, because when you said Warhammer Fantasy earlier, I was like, I hope you like painting up literally 20 times as many miniatures. You know, like you could, no exaggeration, you could have like 10 War Machine armies for the amount of figs you have to paint up for a Warhammer Fantasy army. You know, like my Skaven has like 300 figures in it. So anyway, okay, so let's go down. So for War Machine, for example, you need like 30 to 50 figures, typically, for an army. Okay.
For a good size army.
Other than Warhammer, is there any other game that requires more than 30 to 50 figures to play it that you can think of?
Yeah, like, no, the miniature army ones. Like, once you start getting real small scale, is it, what is the one everybody here is playing? It's
Drop Zone Commander?
Yeah. Drop Zone Commander has a bunch of models, doesn't it?
Does it? Yeah, that's true. DZC would probably have 30 to 50 figures, but unlikely more than that.
Yeah, and it seems to be more related to scale, and I'm a fan of 28 millimeter up. I don't really like to paint down because, I don't know, I get real impatient anyway.
Yeah, so my point is, as means of productions becomes easier, and Kickstarter allows basically amateur entrants into the market to be able to, you know, get tens of thousands of dollars or whatever, you're probably going to see a trend, a very heavy trend towards smaller skirmish games. But I don't know. Yeah. What does that mean? What's your opinion?
Kind of goes either way, because you have the aspects of wargamers that are really into straight up warfare. 40K is actually really good for unit and troop control, whereas War Machine is typically more skirmish based, unless you get to the really big scale. Right. But at the same time, it's probably a little more entry level that way as well, depending on your rule set. I think that I would get bored having that many skirmish game options, so it'll probably mean there will be a lull or a lack, or maybe even just a desire for games with a larger scale like 40K and Fantasy has.
So you think once the dust settles, you'll see some actors come out, you know, with doing larger things. Games
and
require
if people have
bigger
had successful Kickstarters too, they can build on what they've already made and expand.
Like you see people coming back to Kickstarter over and over again, you know, and they do it. Like Reaper's thing, you know, Bones 2 now. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
well, it works. I mean, they're a reputable company.
Right.
I mean, they do good work.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Blue Table Painting's Kickstarter. What's up?
Well, what we do really isn't suitable, you know, for We tried one and it didn't go awesome. But well, it was a very awkward first attempt. And the fact is, we're not a manufacturer. We actually take stuff and complete it. So we're on the other end. So I haven't figured out how to really, you know, get in there. But okay, so here's some inside news. So our strategy re-Kickstarter is to simply contact people who are having Kickstarters or who may do subsequent Kickstarters and see if they want to include our services as one of the rewards for that.
Oh.
Yeah. Everybody wants to wet their beak, Miranda.
I love not having to paint stuff, so cheers to you, sir.
Yeah, well, that's what gives rise to the whole thing. You know, I'm in a pretty weird industry, like, because I know a lot of smaller paint companies, and you know, and recently I've actually started talking to some of these, you know, 3, 4, 6-man bands, and what's weird is like every single one of them has like this completely different way that they're doing things. I mean, it's not even Wild West. It's like Mad Max. You know, our industry is like these roving gangs, you know, scavenging out in the wastes, you know. So anyway, all right. So let's hear about next on the agenda. Let's hear about your channel. What is it that you have planned?
Well, Kickstarter's sort of like been all encompassing for my life lately, but recently I saw that I my channel did break 10,000 subscribers, so once I finish editing this next battle report from Valhalla, I do want to put up a 10,000 subscriber contest.
That's great.
So, some questions I want answered, see what the community thinks of some ideas I might have for the future. And after this Kickstarter is fulfilled, I may be looking into doing another one for a board game.
Wow. Wait, what board game? So, hold on. First off, do you have a Kickstarter right now?
No, right now we are finishing the one we did from September.
Is that the towers and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
where you sent me some and I ended up doing nothing with them. Sorry, I actually didn't even know they were there. I just came across them later and I was like, who's this guy? You know, it's terrible.
No, I read your email, you're like, what, am I supposed to do something with this?
Yeah,
like,
well, and the thing is,
like,
I will end up doing something with them. I actually gave them to my terrain guy who agreed to incorporate them in one of his sets and give you guys a plug. So something will come of it. So you have a Kickstarter coming up then?
Once this one's done, yes. So, but that'll be kind of it's a totally different idea. One of the things I learned with this last Kickstarter, we kept everything in-house. We wanted to make sure every step of it we could do ourselves. There were so many orders that, it really takes a lot when you are doing it in, like, out of your kitchen or out of your house. So, I mean, the next step is to look at how to get it properly manufactured and, get things out faster, really. But, yeah, that's kind of the idea. There's possible board game in the works, and
you said board games. You heard it here first, folks. She's doing multiple board games.
I do. I have more ideas than I can keep up with, honestly. So, ever feel like you're moving through molasses, like you just can't get it done as fast as the ideas come to you?
No, I don't ever.
That's right. You don't let it. You don't let it. So.
Yeah, I feel like I'm living electricity. I'm moving. I'm up at 4:30, 5:30 a.m. Don't even need an alarm clock. I just go, bing! I'm like, yeah, let's roll.
Yeah, you stay up late, too.
Yeah, but that's an illusion. I actually go to sleep at like 8, and then I sleep for 4 hours, and then I'm up at like midnight or 2 or 3 or something. Yeah, so people think I'm still up. Okay, so,
More of a napper.
Right. That's interesting. So, and I just have to say, your bat reps are crazy awesome.
Well,
And by the way, I still have it on my to-do list to send you some terrain.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Your terrain will be awesome from here on out. What I'm going to send you is like a little village. So some some trees, and then some whole pieces, and then a bunch of burned out, like wrecked village buildings. And that are all scratch done. They're fantastic.
Wow, yeah. I'm really excited. I'm totally excited to see
They're
how
fun
that
to play in. They're really fun to play in. So that's coming. So, no more regular terrain for you, miss. All right, so to wrap up, I'm interested to know, like, what is your life like? Give us something personal.
Personal? Sean.
Well, it doesn't have to be really personal.
Okay. These are always the questions I suck on because I never want to think about it. I don't know. I live in a house with my boyfriend, and we make battle reports and dream of doing more. Ooh. And I'm super interested in movies, and I collect film equipment, and that's what I use to shoot.
You collect what equipment?
Film equipment.
Oh, okay.
Lighting, gear like that. So,
Hold on a second. Like vintage camera equipment? Or like...
No, like industry standard lighting stands, you know, 2K lights, 1K light.
Do you have a wish list? Like, do you have a written down list somewhere where it's like, if I had my way, all of these things would appear in my house?
Like the ideal lighting kit and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I tell you an idea I've had recently?
Yes.
And I don't know if it's any good, but I'm gonna at least try it. So I'm gonna have Sean's wish list. So on my blog, I'm just gonna write down all the physical objects that I'm interested in, and some of them for the crew as well. And then next to each one, I'm gonna write down what I'll do for that object. So it'll be like making videos. Right now it's going to be making videos or trade stuff out of my trade stock program.
Okay.
Blue Table Painting Store. Oh, I'm sorry. bluetablestore.com. Full stop. Now you have to plug that when it goes on your channel. Oh, by the way, you can swipe this video off of my channel if you feel inclined.
I could edit it too, I
It
bet.
will, of course, be extremely low quality. Yeah. Once you get a hold of it, it'll have, like, you know, retinal scans or whatever. It'll have all this stuff on it.
You're just going to have a totally different background. You're in front of a volcano.
Yeah. You'll, like, you know, make my hair look normal. Yeah, some kind of thing. That'd be fun. Double green screen. Green screen some stuff in.
That's one.
Ooh, you know what'd be fun is if I did green in the background, and I wore like a green shirt, right? So on my Skype, when I'm in the upper right, I'll just appear as like this floating head, and my background will just mesh with whatever it is. I could even be like the devil on your shoulder, right? You know?
Oh my goodness.
I'll be like, Miranda, don't make more videos. They're terrible. You're not going anywhere. I'll be like this discouraging imp. That'll be awesome.
Just floating head of Sean.
Yes.
Terrorizing my videos.
Oh, but I would be nice to you. I'm not the discouraging imp. Your videos are great. You're destined for greatness, Miranda.
Oh, okay.
That's fantastic. All right, well, anything else you want to ask me or talk about? Anything to wrap up?
Valhalla's still happening this year?
Oh, Valhalla. I was checking the time on my video. Yes, we have a Valhalla in May.
Right.
And then we have one in October. And in October, we're hoping for something approximating our lineup from last year. And October is, except for event passes, where somebody like stays at, you know, locally and then just comes up, kind of like a normal convention goer's ticket. So it's food and entertainment, but not lodging. Except for those, October is booked.
Nice.
October has already sold all the guest tickets that we're going to sell. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like 10 months in advance. So we're looking at May, and as it stands now, we're just going to do those two this year, and we're going to really get our footing and make sure it's solid, and then in 2015, see if we can't really break out. The dream for Valhalla is to do 40 of them a year.
For what? 40?
40. That is correct.
Oh.
And actually own the entire estate.
It's almost every weekend event.
Yeah, well, there will be a staff. There will be a permanent full-time staff for it. Probably 4 to 6 people. And that's their job. Another wave of people comes in and has the Valhalla experience, you know. And
it'll be like Disneyland Wargamers.
Oh, yes. Yes. That's exactly right, miss. No exaggeration. This is coming. Crazy stuff. Yep. That's the dream. I want to pick up the guests. I want to pick up the guests in a Land Raider. That'd be awesome.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. Yep. And since the trees are on our property, we need to run them over. Nothing like a tank crashing through the woods.
Just terrorized, like.
That's right. The ramp will like pop open. Guy in full Space Marine gear, get in! Come on, that's awesome. That's pure testosterone.
That would be amazing. I would go nuts.
Yeah, and for another idea was, of course, there will be a lake on the property, right? So a long ship pulls up, and that's how you get to the thing. There's a long ship. Rowing optional.
unless you want to get to the other side.
Oh yeah, I guess if nobody rode. We have the outboard motor. Right? All right.
Exactly.
Well, I hope I didn't talk too much. It's hard for me to modulate that. Any last words?
Check out my channel. I should have my next battle report up soon, but I do need to fill my Kickstarter orders first, so I'm working away.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, you should do a video of you filling your Kickstarter orders. Here's me taping the packages.
You know, I have. I don't know if I could find it before you go, but I had somebody take a picture with Thomas and myself working, and his friend was over. And
okay.
I have an allergic reaction to the mold release, so I have to cover up everything.
Oh, I hope I get to see this picture.
And so I end up looking like Walter White when I make my stuff. When I make my present. So
that's awesome.
That's yeah. So that's my day.
That's fantastic.
And amazingly enough, even being in Albuquerque, New Mexico, I have not had the cops called on me yet for my resin production.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Miranda, it truly has been my pleasure to talk to you this evening. And
enjoy talking to you, Sean.
Thank you. I really wish you the best of luck. And definitely email me, a list of links. My liner notes are all yours. For this, and I would encourage anybody watching this to check out what Wargamergirl Miranda is doing, because it's quality stuff.
Well, thank you.
All right, thanks, Miranda. Don't go away. I'm going to keep recording. Excuse me, I'm going to stop the recording.
Okay.
And, here we go.